I feel like he looked good. He looked very great. He stopped him like he supposed to do in an impressive fashion, done something that Rolly didn't do. And I don't think that's even a logical question to ask him, is he ready for Rolly? Because I don't think you can name an opponent that Rolly beat. So, it's not, I mean, he only fought Tank. So I definitely think he's ready for Rolly. He'll definitely beat Rolly. And he's just a better fighter than Rolly overall. So, that's a fight I think can definitely happen, especially with Rolly coming off a loss. And, he needs a fight to get back in the mix. So why not fight Frank Martin?
Errol Spence says he wants to see Frank Martin, his fighter under Man Down Promotions, fight against Rolly Romero. Frank Martin also knocked out Jackson Marinez. That's what I will talk about in this video. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you come in and smash the like button. Frank Martin, he looked sharp in defeating Jackson Marinez in the final round. Turned it up on the boy, got a knockout. Errol Spence, you heard the clip at the beginning. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you stay up to date with the latest and greatest in boxing. The subscribe button's red. You'll see a bell right next to it. Hit both of those. SLC, subscribe, like, and comment. Frank Martin, I thought he looked real good. He looked real sharp. He started boxing late, but you wouldn't be able to tell. He looks like a gym rat. He looks crazy in shape, brolic. And as far as Jackson Marinez, we know Jackson Marinez gave Rolly a tough fight. A lot of people thought that Rolly was kind of gifted a victory, and it could have or should have went the other way with Jackson Marinez. Now, I know it was late replacement opponent, which I'll talk about in a second, but I thought all things considered, Jackson Marinez's style, Frank Martin, he did good. He did very good. You know what I mean? Especially considering we looked at Rolly fight him, and Rolly was kind of loading up on the shots and, having a difficult time, I would say, figuring out the tricky style. The other thing I noticed too is that Jackson Marinez was big. He almost looked like a welterweight in there, and this fight was contested at 135 lightweight. So Frank Martin, people, and I'm going to talk about this because I kind of listened to the Showtime commentary, and I've just found myself disagreeing with them a lot lately. I noticed the Showtime commentary team, they seemed like overjoyed with everything Jackson Marinez was doing, and they were acting like he was doing all this work and the fight was extremely close, and I really didn't see it. I mean, I think Jackson Marinez, he was game, he was trying. I guess you could say he did better than people thought he was going to do, but he couldn't have won more than like 2-3 rounds. Yet you listen to the Showtime commentary team, they was making it like Jackson Marinez was just styling on the boy, and as if Frank Martin needed a knockout that he got to win, and it's just not a real good depiction of what I seen. I thought Frank Martin was landing the better selection of punches. You could tell by Jackson Marinez, he don't even have that. He has like 5 knockouts or something. He doesn't have that many knockouts. So there was never any like oh-ish moments where Frank Martin was kind of out of the fight or out on his feet or dropped or anything like that. So I just found myself disagreeing heavily with the Showtime commentary. They were spending so much time. I noticed it's almost like a narrative. Like, I'm not going to say an agenda, but it's like a narrative. It's like they want a story, and then they'll stubbornly cling to it and just sell it. They're like, oh, Frank Martin's in this tough fight, and this guy's on a short notice situation, and Jackson Marinez is a late replacement, and that's how they kept framing it. But my thing is this: we got to really analyze the integrity of the boxing conversations that people are having, because when you look at and listen to Showtime and how they framed it with Frank Martin and saying like, oh, the guy's on a late replacement, one thing that a lot of people fail to even mention is that's not really of benefit or the fault of the A-side fighter who is also in the same variable. Like, no one takes this into consideration. Showtime kept saying that Jackson Marinez was a late replacement. I get it. He might not have had proper time to train, but he signed up, he made weight, etc. We've seen guys like Andy Ruiz Jr. upset Anthony Joshua by knockout in a fight that no one believed, and he did it on a late notice, coming off a pretty quick turnaround for his first fight with PBC. So when I hear people overly like frame the late replacement and the quick turnaround stuff, it's just not. I don't think it's right, because for one, the initial opponent, Ricardo Nunes, some people even thought that Jackson Marinez was a more difficult style, because I was at Tank's fight when Tank fought Ricardo Nunes, and just from the eye test, Jackson Marinez looks bigger. So I understand that it was a late replacement situation for him and he didn't know he was going to be fighting, but that's neither his nor Frank Martin's fault that Ricardo Nunes couldn't fight because he had visa issues or whatever the situation is. And nobody really talks about that when they talk about late replacements. You have to also factor in, if we're doing equations, you have to factor in the fact that the other fighter wasn't preparing for that other person either. So yeah, I get it from a standpoint of who knows what type of shape you're in, but Jackson Marinez looked like he was in shape and he lost, but it didn't look, it just lost because he lost to a better man. You see what I'm saying? Like, as opposed to he just was ill prepared. It don't matter if he had a full camp. From what I seen, the skills of Frank Martin were what got the job done. And that's what gave Jackson Marinez the problem, moreover than, you know, he didn't have enough time to prepare. You know what I mean? And I think the Showtime commentators, they just kept falling on the fact that, oh, he's doing so well. And, you know, I don't give charity rounds. Like, if you're getting your butt whooped the whole fight and then you have a better round, but the other person still did more work than you, but it's your best round, I don't automatically give you the round because this was your best round if you didn't outwork and out hustle that person in the round. You see what I'm saying? And I thought the Showtime commentators, they weren't really giving Frank Martin like full credit. I thought he was looking sharp. His combination, you know, his straight left, his hooks were good. You know, you can say that he was a little bit more patient. You want to see a bit more offense in some spots, press on the gas, but you know, he's figuring out his ways, calling out the big names and stuff like that. So a lot of that stuff will come as he continues to gain experience and figure it out on the job. But I thought Frank Martin looked a lot sharper than kind of what it was being framed from the Showtime commentators. I thought they just were talking about Jackson Marinez, right? And the same thing in the main event with Max Sayo and Ray Vargas, but that's a whole separate subject. Now, Errol Spence at the beginning, he did call out Rolly. Listen, make the fight. I think that's a great fight. Rolly's coming off a loss. That'll get him right back in the picture. Frank Martin's an up-and-comer. Both guys got power, completely different styles. Rolly's a big lightweight, gained a lot of experience fighting Gervonta Tank Davis, even in a loss. I would love to see the fight. Lightweight is booming. You got El Rayo, Frank Martin, Rolly, Gervonta, you know, and then there's other people in other promotions, Lomachenko's and Devin Haney's. You know, it's what a time to be alive. Great time for the lightweight division. Again, I'll be talking more about Frank Martin because I think he's definitely a fighter showing a lot of promise. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you guys assess from Frank Martin's performance. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a Super Thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super Thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super Thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.